up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to another episode of She Sound Off Podcast and YouTube channel. I'm your host, Keita, and I've been gone, but I'm back and happy as hell. It's going down. Okay, so full disclosure, y'all. It's July 2nd. Tomorrow is July 3rd. And as you know, the infamous 4th of July, you know, we do Juneteenth around here. But there's going to be a lot of fireworks going on and stuff in the background. So just full disclosure, be aware of that. But anyway, the show must go on. Yeah, I've been gone. So I'm what one may call, y'all like my earrings? Hey, if y'all listening on my podcast, go to my YouTube channel, She Sound Off Podcast on YouTube, and look at my earrings, dog. Ooh, they cute. Anyway, so I am a master procrastinator, right? So one of the main reasons why, and you're going to hear the topic in a second, why I wanted to do the topic that I'm going to do for you guys on this episode is because when I'm going through some shit, I allow circumstances and the things around me to kind of, get me in this stagnant place. And for a long time, I had a hard time getting myself out of that place. But now, because I've been doing the work, I know how to make moves even when you're stuck. But I didn't know that before. Life is nothing but a bunch of fucking experience grounded up into this one big picture. And if you don't understand, if you can't read that picture, like if you can't see it without somebody telling you word for word, piece by piece, especially when you be adulting, I hate being a grown up. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I do not like being a grown up. I like doing grown up things, but I don't like being a grown up, right? But as an adult, no one is gonna hold you by the hand and tell you how to life, and it end up lifing the fuck out of you. So for a long time, I was in that place and I didn't know how to get out of it. And I've learned how to do that. But I still have that sense of procrastination that I'm working on that I have to get together. So I'm going to stand strong in my convictions, and I'm going to start holding myself accountable for getting out a lot of content because I'm just a mess and I need to get my shit together. But anyway, that brings me back to the topic I'm going to sound off on this episode to gaining your power back. How to gain back your power. So again, I wanted to talk about this episode because number one, I was in a position where I lost my power. I was in a place, I was in the sunken place and I had lost my power. I didn't know what to do. I had allowed my circumstances, the people around me to suck every life I had, every piece of energy that I had. I had no power or control over what was happening to me. I had no control over my own life, and it's my life. Like, I lost control over my own shit and I didn't know how to get out of it. So I had to reach out to a person who I didn't even understand why God brought me into that direction. So it was a situation where I was like really fucked up in the head and I didn't know which way to go, up or down, left or right. And I had reached out to this person, and I'm going to shout her out. Hell yeah. Her name is Asha Maat. She is the owner of DreamsToDestiny.com. She is a spiritual leader. She is a life coach. She do card readings, and a whole lot more. So if you want to check her out, go to www.DreamsToDestiny.com, and fuck that, all of her information will be in the link below. That's my babe. That's my boo. But I had to reach out to somebody who I knew could understand what I was going through without looking at everything on the outside. So in that moment, I was able to see myself for exactly what I was and see my situation for exactly what it was. And I had to gain my power back. Was it easy? Absolutely not. I'm still in the process of gaining my power back. Was it necessary? Absolutely. It took me out of that place where I was feeling stagnant and stuck. I didn't know whether up was up or down was down. I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I was people pleasing the fuck out of everybody around me. I put myself last, and putting myself last, what place you think my kids came in? So I had to get a grasp on life And it took me through these steps in order for me to get there. So if you are going through a situation where you know that you need to gain your power back, you've given everything to everyone around you, a spouse, a partner, your children, your job, your community, anybody but yourself. You've given everything to everything and everybody that's around you, and you have not allowed yourself any space to grow mentally or spiritually or financially, and you feeling stuck. Baby, it's time to get back your power, and this is how you do it. Make sure you take notes. So the first thing I had to do to gain my power back was to find a higher power. I had to find my source. I had to find something that I believed in, something that's not of this world. See, a lot of times we go through situations and problems and we don't realize that some of that you don't have control over. There's a higher power. There's an energy, a life force that you cannot see and that you cannot explain, that's probably controlling half of the things that's going on around you. And if you take control of that part, if you grow spiritually with your higher power, I'm not going to tell you to believe in God. I'm not going to tell you to believe in anything that I believe in, that I think you should believe in. I rock with all spirits, honey. I'm learning them. So whatever you rock with, whether it's the trees and the sun, whether it's Buddha, whatever it is, whatever you rock with spiritually, I'm going to say that's the first place that you need to start. You need to connect with your source, connect with the higher power, because that is going to do something that nothing else on this earth is going to be able to do. It's going to move you in a way that nothing else that's of this world can ever move you. It's beyond this world. It's beyond this realm. I just noticed that I had. So I wanted to tell y'all real quick, behind me, I have my vision board that I started working on. I had a vision board party a little bit ago, and I got it. I wanted to show it out because I think it's all that. And on this side is blank because these are going to be my future goals, because I'm all that again. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. But so the first thing you need to do is connect with your whatever your source is, whether it's the ancestors, whether it's whatever, and get a relationship with that power, with that higher power, with that spirit, whatever it is. Get a relationship, because that's going to motivate you spiritually. We are a spiritual being, hands down, nothing more, nothing less. We are a spiritual being. So without being connected spiritually with yourself, you can't do nothing right. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. I've tried to move without spirit, and I was nothing. I thought I was doing something. You ever felt like, every time you take 2 steps up, you get knocked 2 steps back? Because you was moving without spirit, y'all. You have to be able to move with spirit. So that's the first thing that you should do. Go into a quiet room and pray to your source. Learn how to meditate. That's a part of it. That's part of connecting with spirit. It's meditation. There is guided meditation on YouTube. If you need any more references, leave a comment below. If you're listening to my podcast, leave a message. I will hit you back ASAP. Get a meditation routine going. Learn your source. And that will get the engines going. Like, that will get you going. That will give you the energy, the spiritual energy that you need, because you have a dozen of other obstacles that you're going to have to climb and get past, but you have to get the engine going, and nothing can move you better than spirit. So that's the first thing. The second thing is figure out who you have as a support system, who is in your corner. Now, I'm not talking about friends that you can call and shoot the shit with, go out and have a good time with, talk about basic ass life stuff. I'm talking about figure out who you have that's going to support you through thick and thin. Who's been there for you? Who's been speaking only positivity in your ear? Even when you were down and didn't want to hear that shit, they were always there. Who was there for you, bringing you soup when you were sick? And if you don't have anybody like that, that's okay. You found her. My name is Keita, and I got you. I know that, it might seem kind of mediocre for me to say that on this podcast, but trust me, I am loyal as hell. I'm in this group called Women of Alignment. Whoa, whoa. And it's a group of about 40 or so women, and all we do is uplift each other. That is it. We don't just uplift each other with words. If somebody is struggling financially, we help them out. If somebody, whatever it is, we are there for each other as women. Find you a group, find you a tribe like that, even if you have to search for it. And if you come up short, if you fall up short, then that's okay. Sometimes you have to be your own support system. What I used to do when I couldn't find a tribe to connect with because it just wasn't my time to find these women in woe and, dreams to destiny and stuff, I used to go on YouTube. I used to look up people like Lisa Nichols. I used to look up, certain people, motivational people that I can connect with. The way I found them people, I literally went on YouTube and I said motivational speakers. Sometimes it takes for you to, you got to do what you got to do. And if you don't have any people around you that's surrounding you that's motivational enough to get you moving, to support you in whatever way, then sometimes you got to reach out in different ways, in different avenues. And that was one of mine. I actually had to wake up every morning and listen to Lisa Nichols. I had to, what are some of the other ones that I listen to? Gosh, I hate when I draw a blank like that. But I used to have to listen to these people in the morning, and they were my friends. I never met these people in my life. I will meet Lisa Nichols, Sarah Jake Roberts, Pastor T.D. Jakes Roberts' daughter. She's my friend. That's my girl. She is my homegirl. She don't know it, but she is my homegirl. And I had to use these people and these channels that I had in order to keep me motivated, because at that moment I didn't have anybody that I trust enough to, indulge in and talk about my deepest my desires and my goals and my dreams and some of the things that I was going through. So I had to do it this way, and it actually worked. If you don't have a physical person that's around you, tap into YouTube, right? And then podcasts. I would look up motivational podcasts, and I will come across people, different podcasts that'll motivate me and help me that'll push me forward. Right? So find your support. That's the second thing that you need to do. That is really important, because that's your shoulder that you can lean on. And everybody needs that. Everybody needs that support, right? Whether you think, oh, I can do it all by myself. Nobody does anything by themselves in the world. Nobody has ever done anything by themselves. So when people that talk that shit, just stop. Because whether you didn't get the assistance from the person sitting next to you, somebody gave you an opportunity. Somebody was selling something for you to buy it. There was a land that whatever it was, there was somebody else. There was someone else's hand involved in it. So you can't sit here and tell me you did everything by yourself. There was somebody else involved. I don't give a damn if you had to pay them or not, because people can refuse service, right? So tap into your support, tap into your resources in terms of if you have to go and seek out different people to motivate you, then do that. Do what you have to do. Will Smith was a really good one for me. I know he got that shit going on with Jada Pinkett, y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I haven't even listened to the interview. I haven't even been I ain't got time for that. I got my own shit to go through to be worrying about Jada Pinkett. These are millionaires, okay? They'll be all right. They'll be okay. And what the fuck they did, people been doing that, that ain't nothing new. So, whatever. Anyway, I digress. Recognize your worth. I did a podcast called Know Your Worth. I didn't want that to stick. It was Know Your Worth. I think that is, well, it's in the perfect number 3 spot. Know your worth. There ain't nothing worse than a man or a woman walking this earth that do not know their real true value. And the universe has given each and every one of us as an individual a gift. We all have a gift. We all have something that is uniquely designed, specifically that's within our spirit, that was meant for us to share to the world. And I believe that wholeheartedly. You're never going to be able to tap into that, and you're never going to be able to get out of that tight spot and gain your power back without recognizing and realizing your worth. Here's how you recognize your worth. Take a piece of paper. Write down all the things that you love about yourself. I don't care how small it is. Whether it's your eyebrows, your fingernails, your voice, you love the way you walk, you love the music that you listen to. It doesn't matter. Write down all the things that you love about yourself. First thing. Second thing to figure out your worth is write down every single thing that you have overcome in your entire fucking life. Everything that you have overcome in your entire life. You might not think it matters, but it be them small micro wins that lead up to that big one that we don't even look at. We overlook those small things about ourselves that's really the most important. For me personally, when I first started doing my podcast, I had 3 people to listen to it. And then 6 months later, I had maybe 20 or 30. And I was, the whole time, I'm like, I just want to get to this money, this 1,000. I'm not even recognizing, dude, the growth. You went from nothing to something. And so I had to stop playing myself, because you can overlook what your worth is by doing that. You cannot realize how bomb you are by just those small wins. So write that shit down. Write down all the things you love about yourself. Then write down all of the things that you have accomplished, that you have won ever since you've been born. You learned how to ride a bike. That's going to be a long ass list. Everything. You graduated high school. Boom. It doesn't matter. You got your first job when you was 18. You were happy about that. That's an accomplishment. Right? Write all that shit down. And you take those columns and you look at them and you read them to yourself. Third thing you do is you write affirmations. This is how you can figure out your worth. I'm stuttering and shit. I'm excited. Y'all. I'm excited for you. Because if you are watching this podcast and you have lost your power, I'm excited that you are about to gain it back. Because I know how I felt when I got my power back. I am fucking unstoppable. You can't tell me nothing. What Kanye say? Nuh-uh, you can't tell me nothing. Period. You can't tell me nothing now. So anyway, write down affirmations and repeat those affirmations each and every day. Each and every day. What does that do? That changes your subconscious. So many times we have so much negative self-talk within us that we don't even know we're doing it. I can never do that. I don't have this and I don't have that. But what those affirmations do, if you do them right, write down the affirmations. I am affirmations. You can go Google I am affirmations and they'll pop up. On my vision board, these little white things that's hanging, these are my affirmations. These are my personal affirmations, personally designed to things that I need to work on. These are my low self-esteem spots. If I'm you know what I'm saying? These are things that I have, that I struggle with, that I have issues as far as my self-esteem and realizing my worth. So these are most important. And it's so funny because this says, I am worthy. Your worth. I have to say that to myself every day because I got to a place where I didn't even realize how, that I was worthy of anything, of having anything. So I had to write down affirmations. Do those 3 things. You got your you wrote down all the things that you love about yourself. You wrote down everything that you have accomplished. I don't care how big or how small. And you wrote down your affirmations, as many as you need. And every single day you look at that list, you put that bitch on your wall. You put it in your car. You put them affirmations in little sticky notes anywhere around you, that when you know that you're getting in a place, you can look at that. Put them on your phone every time you open up your phone. Trust me, it works. After a while, you'll start realizing, you start believing these things that you wrote down. Even if you don't believe it in the first, like when you first write it down, you'll start believing in it. Because what you're doing, you're transforming your subconscious around all that negative self-talk that you have taught yourself. Society has brainwashed, your family has pushed into your head. You're going to trick, basically, your subconscious into believing this shit. Now, after you've done all of that stuff, eventually your mind will start believing it, and you'll start gaining your worth. You'll start realizing what your self-worth is. I don't know, I can't talk today. And then the last thing is to make a plan and stick to it. So after you've found your higher power, and after you found positive, like-minded, aligned, you have to find people that's aligned just like you, and you start to recognize your self-worth. Now it's time to write a plan. Now it's time to get physical, baby. Right? Now it's time to analyze the situation that's sitting right in front of you. Say, you know what? I'm ready to change it, and change it. But those 3 things that you did in the first place, you're automatically going to change your situation, because there's this thing called manifestation, right? And manifestation works when you start believing in yourself. The universe will come, it will come to your aid, and it will be there for you, and it will bend and give you everything that you believe you're worth and you believe you should have. What you believe on the inside is what will reflect on the outside. And what you believe on the inside that you deserve is what the universe is going to give to you. And if you don't think that you deserve anything subconsciously, that's what you're going to get. We always figure out, like, damn, how come when I take 2 steps forward, I get knocked 2 steps back? Because you still mentally are 2 steps back. So the universe is going to keep you exactly where the fuck you think you should be. Your subconscious, at least. So you have to keep pushing forward, and you have to keep those affirmations going. And once you write down your plans, you have to make clear intentions on what you want, how you're going to get there, right? And they have to be realistic. So put yourself in a situation when you're making your plan to be realistic about what that plan is. Sometimes you have to make a plan on solely rely on God, or I believe in God. I have to solely rely on God to provide me with the things that I needed. But I also manifested that stuff, because I say, you know what? I gotta go, because the universe, everything is telling me that I have to go. I'm gonna solely rely on God. I'm gonna solely rely on source. And I'm gonna do everything that I need, I already got. That's what I kept telling myself. That's affirmation. That's what affirmation is. That's manifestation. So everything I needed, it just started coming. I realized my higher power. I found a strong ass support system. I found aligned women just like me, baby. And that was the best part about it. I still have my friends, and I still have my family. In addition to that, I was blessed enough because I found a tribe. Find you a tribe. And when you're ready for it, it'll find you. Boom. You see how I just dropped that nugget? And then know your fucking self-worth. Don't listen to what people have to say. Sometimes you have to literally cut everybody off who is not in the same mind space as you, in order for you to learn your self-worth. Because people will tell you, girl, that's what you want to do? Girl, that sounds crazy. How many times have we heard that? Oh, you want to do that? I ain't never seen you. I didn't even know you could do. See, cut that shit off at the door. You don't want to hear none of that. You don't need to hear that, because as they're saying that, the back of your mind, you're like, man, maybe I bit off too much I can chew, or yeah, I'm dreaming too big. That's what happens when you let the people around you to talk that shit. You got to sometimes cut even your family, your friends off, everybody, motherfuckers you know for years. You got to cut them off, you know? And then make your plan. Make your plan. Make it reasonable, realistic. Make it to where, make it feasible, and then stick to it no matter what. In doing that, you are going to have to avoid distractions, right? To stick to your plan. I'm struggling with that. That's why I made that video earlier today, because, you know, I struggle with avoiding distractions. It's so easy for me to get knocked off track from what I'm supposed to be doing for the day, because I have so many distractions, and that shit is tempting. Like, you know, you're supposed to be writing, but you want to go to sleep, or you want to watch a show or something like that. Like, you have to avoid those distractions. Stay the fuck away from them is how you avoid them. There ain't no other way. Until you are strong enough and self-disciplined, you have to just stay away from them. And that's like my plan moving forward. Like, this is like actual real time is what I'm going through. Staying the fuck away from my distractions is what's going to keep me from being distracted. And that's like 100. So listen, gain your power back. It's not going to be an easy journey, but once you do, it's the beginning of your journey. It's not going to be easy gaining your power back. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and say, oh, you can do it like that. No, because most of that shit is mental. And if a person want to break you, break your mind, break the person. So gaining your power back, you have to mentally get stronger, and don't think it's going to happen overnight. Don't get down on yourself because it's not happening the way you need to happen. Follow the steps. Learn your higher power. Find your support system. Recognize your worth, know your worth, and then make a plan. Follow those steps just like I just said them, and you will start beginning to gain your power back. Why do I know that? I'm a fucking expert because I just did it. I just did it. And again, real time, I'm still getting it. Like, I've recognized my source. I found me a tribe. I've recognized my worth. Now I'm in planning stage. I'm not telling you something because I'm just running off the mouth with it. I'm telling you something because I know that it works. This is what worked for me. This will work for you. Right? So, remember, you heard it on She Sound Off podcast. Get your power back, and you will start to flourish. You will start to grow, and you will start to look at life so different than before. Trust me. So that is all I have for you guys. I do a really quick shout out to Dreams to Destiny. I want to do a really quick shout out to Third Eye Lion. And I want to do a really quick shout out to Spiritually Expressed. These people are my tribe. These people are my connects. If you want to learn how to grow spiritually, you need to go to www.dreams2destiny.com. Hit up Asha Maat, and she will get you together. That is it. That is all. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Stay happy, gain your power back, and remember, alignment is everything.